Welcome back, my name is Teresa and I'm very much alive. Not really, I'm a ball of anxiety. And so are you. I have an awful garbage filthy mouth where sometimes, just sometimes, I tend to use the word fuck as a comma. I know, it's disturbing, I should be stopped. But I haven't, you're here, you might as well pull up a chair and just get used to it. So if you're not into that or weird stuff in general, then this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to exit the video here. No harm, no foul. But I'll remember our time fondly. Y'all, I am so excited to do today's video because I haven't done one actually this year at all. I think the last time I did one was sometime last year, and a lot of people were recommending me to do this video, and I figured, you got me, babies. Let's talk about some Sephora favorites. Now, before I jump into that, I do have a very, very special announcement, and I'm really, really excited about it. And I know I teased it a little bit on Instagram and in my last video, but it's finally here, y'all. We have Alien Slut merch, which I'm so excited about. First of all, I want to say thank you so much to Rae. Rae is a beautiful person that is behind the Garbage Person merch, as well as my logo and everything like that. This logo I'm super excited about because this is something that is not around for like a limited time. This is going to be up for forever and ever and ever until I hate it, which I don't think that's possible because it's so adorable. So if you are interested, I have this as a shirt, a sweater, yes, a crew neck sweater. I know a lot of y'all like crew neck sweaters. I got you, fam, okay? We got some hoodies, and the reason why it took a little bit longer is because I wanted to check out the quality of the zip up hoodie, and it's awesome. I love it, and I'm super excited. And there are actually two different versions. You have one that has like a little teeny tiny adorable little alien head on the left side of the zipper, and on the back you have a very big, beautiful, bold alien slut font. And if you don't like the little alien guy, then we just have a little alien slut right on the left side of the zipper. So in any case, I wanted to give two variations of it, but I mean, I love that little alien head. He's so adorable. Also, if you didn't pick up any of the Halloween merch for this week only, up until Sunday, November 8th, I will have Garbage Pumpkin as well as the Halloween merch of Dead and Bored. So you get it. If not, it's gone forever. In any case, I want to say again thank you to Rae as well as Madeline for making deliciously amazing Halloween merch, and again thank you, Rae, for making this alien slut. It's absolute perfection. Without further ado, here are some of my recommendations for the Sephora Holiday Sale. Sephora has two annual sales that allow you to save anywhere from 10, 15, or 20% off. And this one is the holiday version of the sale. The first sale is always in the spring, and the second sale is always just around the holiday time. Convenient? I think so. In any case, if you are a Rouge member from October 30th to November 9th, you can save 20% off your whole order. If you are a VIB member, you can save 15% off from November 3rd to November 9th. And last but not least, if you are an insider account holder, you can save 10% off from November 5th to November 9th. Just make sure you use the code HOLIDAYFUN for your discount. Otherwise, you are shit out of luck. With that said, here are some of the products that I have been loving this year. The first one is the One Size Go Off Makeup Dissolving Mist. This is a brand from Patrick Starr. And the other one is a makeup eraser. Please don't mind this is disgusting. Anyway, I'm actually really surprised how much I love both of these products together. I have really sensitive eyes, and the older I get, my skin is just getting more and more sensitive. It's really, really annoying. Now, I've always loved Clinique's eye makeup remover, but as of late, I find that it actually stings the shit out of my eyes, which really, really sucks because I really love that product and now I can't use it anymore. And I can't use a makeup wipe unless I'm, fulfilling my masochistic quota for the month. When I want to remove all my makeup, I first start with the One Size Dissolving Mist. I spray this shit all over my face like I'm macing myself. And you know what's great? As soon as I open my eyes, it does not burn or sting. I really hope that this brand comes out with a setting spray, because if they use the same mister, perfection. Not only is this really great for removing my makeup, but anytime I fuck something up, what I like to do is I'll take a Q-tip and I'll spray it a little bit, and then I'm able to kind of clean up any mistakes that I make. And the fact that it doesn't irritate my eyes, that's a plus. I cannot stress enough how good this is for sensitive skin. Now, the other product, like I mentioned, is the makeup eraser. Again, these two products in tandem, fucking amazing. And depending on what size you find, whether it is the large one or these teeny tiny mini ones, which are fucking adorable, the makeup eraser does such a good job removing your makeup without irritating the shit out of your skin. And I love using the smaller one, especially if I say I've done my base and I realize I messed something up with my eye look, and it's actually more beneficial if I just remove my whole eye and do it again. This is a godsend because I really love how small it is. Sometimes with a bigger one, it could be a little bit too hard to try to remove your makeup because you can accidentally like rub up your eyebrow, whatever. This one is so perfect for the eye, Anyway, like I mentioned before, the combination of these two products is wonderful, so I highly recommend checking them out. It's not a Sephora video without recommending Tatcha. This little boy is the Rice Wash Cleanser. Ooh. Now, I'm a big fan of the little rice wash, and while it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass to sometimes use in the shower, especially when you have to unscrew the cap and your hands are wet and you gotta open the little top and pour out the little cocaine into your hands and then massage it into your face, sometimes it can be a lot, because there's been many times where I've accidentally dropped the rice wash and lost half the product in the tub, so that's been fun. But this is awesome now. I find that the cream cleanser is just much easier to use, and this is the last step in my face washing routine. I use a small pea-sized amount and I massage it into the skin. The cleanser is not too harsh like the Ole Henriksen, but it's not too soft where it feels like it's not doing anything to your face. It's just perfect. It leaves your skin feeling very soft and supple and just like a young fat boy. We love her. I don't know where I was going with that, but all right, we're leaving that in. Anyway, next. Now, the next three products I want to talk about are skincare products, and they're actually not Tatcha. I know, who am I? I wanted to try something different, especially for like more of a nighttime routine, and I'm happy that I found these three products. So the first two I want to talk about is from the brand Prima, and this is the Night Magic 300 milligram hemp CBD intensive facial oil, and we have the Prima, the Afterglow deeply restorative cream for youthful radiance. Ooh. I started using these two products for about a month now, and holy shit, like it totally changed up my skincare routine. So if you have redness like me, that it's not rosacea, it's just being way too fucking fair and not having a good poker face ever, this is awesome. I found that a combination of these two products gives my face some relief from the redness, and it gives my skin much needed hydration from pretty much living in air conditioning since the start of lockdown. Now, I love using these two products as a nighttime routine because they're on the thicker side. So when I go to sleep, by the time that I wake up, my skin just feels so fucking soft and just hydrated and beautiful. My skin has never looked better. It looks so healthy. And I noticed that these student loan stress lines that I normally have right here has started to fade a little bit, which is fucking amazing because I've been stressed out like a motherfucker lately. So it's all thanks to these bubbies. That's for damn sure. The only thing I do want to point out is that these two products, they have a smell, and it smells like you've been in a parking lot of a Dave Matthews Band concert. Okay. However, once you massage it into your skin, the smell dissipates, but it does have that very strong hemp smell. But anyway, I plan on actually buying a backup of both of these because I cannot live my life without them. They're fucking fabulous. The next product I want to talk about is actually from a brand called St. Jane, and this is the Bright Repair Eye Cream. Now, I have very dry skin and I have very dry under eyes, and I'm always looking for products that, give me life. What I love about this eye cream is that, one, it keeps my under eye area very, very hydrated, and no, it doesn't burn away the fine lines that I have under my eyes, but what it does do though, it does a significant job blurring and brightening the area where it just makes me look more youthful and just, full of hope. Something that I haven't felt for over a year now. Again, I also suffer from dark circles, and I found that this brightening eye cream has been kind of lightening up that area. It hasn't taken it away completely, but since I've been using it for almost a month now, I have noticed more results than, say, using Tatcha Peony Cream or even the Revitalizing Eye Cream that I really, really did enjoy. I found that I'm actually seeing more results with this one from a shorter period of time than I have seen with the Tatcha Revitalizing Eye Cream. Anyway, if you're looking for a new eye cream, I highly recommend checking this guy out. Now let's move on to primer, and the only primer I want to recommend is the primer that I feel like I talk about all the time, and that is from Tatcha, because you guys know I just love Tatcha so much. And this is the Liquid Silk Canvas. This is so fucking good. This is one of my favorite primers of all time, and pretty much in every video, in every description box, it's always this and the Fenty Hydrating Primer. These two make a wonderful cocktail that I'm obsessed with. And this one is just so much better than the Hockey Puck one. The Hockey Puck one is great, don't get me wrong, but it does have a slight white cast that you do not experience with the liquid version. This is a godsend. They also have a small one, so if you have been interested in wanting to try it, I recommend getting the small one, checking it out. But being that there is a sale, and if you do like it, this is the time to stock up, bitch. Because that is the one thing about these sales, is that I use this as an opportunity to stock up on all my favorites, because all the shit's expensive. So if I can get a fucking discount, That's pretty good in my book. And now let's move on to foundations. In a world where wearing a mask is in order, I think we can all agree that we're looking for something that has minimal to no transfer. And it's comfortable in the skin and that can withstand the mask, the sweat, and just all the bullshit that you have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. As a fat, sweaty boy, I found that every time I would leave this hole, I would wear the following foundations. And I found that these were the ones that were the most comfortable and had the least amount of transfer. And it was able to cover the utter sadness that I have for this world. I laugh, but it's true. Anyway, I highly recommend checking out these boys. And I know they're a little bit on more of the expensive side, but whatever, this is the time to splurge, right? The world's ending, so you might as well just live it up. You can't take that cash with you in the grave, okay? So the first one we're gonna talk about is the Dior Air Flash. I know I have recommended this in the past. This is fantastic. A little spray can, you spray paint your face, you're living your best life. It's so good. It lasts for such a long time. The next one is from La Mer. I know, who am I? I know. I actually tried this La Mer foundation when it was on sale. Oh shit, when did I try it? I think it was like during the Bergdorf Goodman sale. I think I got drunk and I bought this. I regret nothing. I actually really do enjoy it. And as you can tell, I've been using the hell out of it. I think it's like down here. This is really good. This is the Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation. It's fabulous. This is essentially like your skin, but way better. Like this is like your skin if your skin always had a Chanel bag on them at all times. And they always have like their little black Amex card and they're just like a better human being. Like that's what this is. This is fucking fabulous. But all jokes aside, this actually lasts for a very long time. And it just, I don't know, like how it sits on your skin, it just makes you look like a more youthful, radiant, just lovely person and not the sad sack that you are. So I highly recommend checking that one out. The next one is from Makeup Forever, and this is the Ultra HD foundation. This is one in a natural finish, and this is probably one of my favorite foundations of all time. And this one is super good, especially if you're looking for something that's long wearing and minimal transfer. And last but not least, I love this, but this one's a little bit difficult because I think it only comes in like 3 or 4 different shades. And this is the Aborian CC Cream. I have it in the shade Claire, which I believe is like fair, and this is that weird kind of magic cream where it comes out white and you start massaging it into your face and then it starts to like camouflage into your skin. And I actually like using this and the Chantecaille tinted moisturizer to kind of have like a little bit more coverage, and it's just perfect. So I have also used this with other tinted moisturizers as well, like the ColourPop one as well as the Laura Mercier one, and I've had the same results. So this is fabulous. I know I've recommended this and this in the past, and it's just something that I still recommend because I think they're so fucking good. So anyway, those foundations are awesome. Now let's move on to concealers. I have 2 concealers for y'all, and that is, I have one in my hand. Where's the other one? Right in front of my fucking face. Okay, so the 2 concealers that I want to talk about is from Pat McGrath, and this is the Skin Fetish, blah, 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 Skin Fetish concealer. And then you have the one from Rare Beauty, which I feel like this is the only product that I'm like so obsessed with from that line. Anyway, both of these concealers for me are complete standouts. They're so hydrating, they're just so comfortable, they're long wearing, easy to use, easy to blend out. They're both brightening concealers, so it just makes your under eye area just look extra snatched, as the kids say. And what I love about these 2 in particular is that they do not settle into my fine line. So if you do have a fine line situation, I found that these were fucking fabulous. I would say the only difference between these 2 concealers is that the Pat McGrath is a little bit more full coverage, while this is more on the medium side, but you can build this one up to have more of a full coverage flare. The Pat McGrath is just like one swipe and you're good to go. I really do love that these concealers hide any sort of monstrous imperfection that I have and just makes me look like a better person, you know, like catfishing people. I love that. And that's all we want in life, right? Making ourselves look like someone that we're not. Anyway, highly recommend checking those out. We're gonna move on to powder. And unfortunately, Chantecaille is not sold at Sephora, so we're not gonna be talking about that. But we are gonna be talking about Hourglass, because Hourglass came out with a powder this year, the Ambient Lighting Infinity Powder. Ooh. So first and foremost, full disclosure, this was actually sent to me by the lovely Taryn Lynn, and she had it and she was like, hey, this turns me gray. Maybe you'll like it. And I was like, cool. Cool. And you know what? It doesn't turn me gray. And I feel like this is probably meant for people with fair skin tones. So if you're an uncooked chicken like myself, this might work out for you. This is a really nice finishing powder. However, I will say that if you do use a little bit too much, you definitely look like Edward Cullen, and nobody has time for that. So what I usually do is I set my face with Chantecaille, and then at the end of everything to kind of like meld all the products together, like the blush, the bronzer, the highlighter, whatever. I usually dust my face with this powder, and I find that the Hourglass powder just melts everything so beautifully. It just adds a nice light hint of radiance where I just feel younger and just, again, full of hopes and dreams. And that's what we love. So I highly recommend checking this out if you're interested. And speaking of Hourglass, the next thing I want to talk about is the lighting edit palette. So I actually have the new one, which, I mean, whatever, it's okay, it's fine, whatever. I don't think it's really that worth it because I didn't find that some of the shades were really uncooked chicken friendly. However, if you are interested in getting something from Hourglass, I recommend getting the smaller palette because that is pretty much 4 shades from the lighting edit palette. I fuck up all their names, but anyway, it's this one right here. This one is phenomenal, and it's probably actually my favorite iteration of all these Hourglass palettes. I find that it really works well for me. The highlighter is so fucking good. The bronzer is not bad. It's better than all the other bronzers that I have tried, but not my favorite. But the blush, the finishing powder, everything is fabulous. So I do recommend checking that out. And honestly, it's best if you can get it on sale because these little guys are so fucking expensive, and that little palette's $56. So if you do have it anywhere from 10, 15, or 20% off, that is a better deal. So highly recommend checking that out. And before I move on to highlighters, I do want to talk about bronzers. First of all, y'all, I've tried a lot of bronzers this year. I've tried that Gucci one. It smells like an old lady's vagina. I hate it. I've tried Chantecaille, which has been fine. Tried the Charlotte Tilbury one, which is nice. I've tried the Ofra one, which was fine. I feel like nothing compares to this fucking Tom Ford bronzer. It just doesn't. It doesn't. I've tried. Listen, I've tried, okay? And it's funny because when I first tried the bronzer out, I got it in the shade Gold Dust, which I was like, oh, okay, like I like it's the lighter shade or whatever. And this one has more of like kind of the satin finish that has more luminosity to it, and it pairs really well with a highlighter, kind of gives your face like this beautiful radiance. But I have since picked up the Terra shade, which is actually the darker shade that's in more of the matte formula. And I was like, girl, like, god damn, why didn't I pick up this one? This one's so much better than the Gold Dust shade. I don't even understand it. Actually, I don't even know why I'm swatching it because the lights are so fucking bright you can't see anything. But I love these. They're so good. And you know what? If you're interested in trying these out, this is the time to do so. So I noticed on the site that the big bronzers are not available, which, not gonna lie, kind of scares me because it seems like they're phasing this out. And if they do, I will riot. But you can get the mini version of this, which is about $75 retail price. So listen, if it's on sale, not so bad. Anyway, for me, as an uncooked chicken that really likes things on the neutral side, the Terra one is so fucking good. I can't explain it. I'm so in love with it. There's just something about it that just makes me so fucking happy. It's the thing that I reach for all the time, and it just makes me feel so much better than everybody else. And that's legitimately what you want makeup to do. Make you feel like you're better than everybody else. What, just me? Don't lie, you know that's true. Anyway, I highly recommend checking out this. Of course, you're gonna try your fucking Gucci one, but I'm telling you, it smells like an old lady's vagina, okay? And that's coming from someone who doesn't have a very strong sense of smell, and if I can say that, think about it. Think about it. Anyway, let's move on to some highlighter palettes and stop being so gross. Okay. So I know I recommended these in the past, and I'm gonna keep recommending them because I think they're fabulous. And these are the Dior face palettes. They are the Backstage Glow in Face palette. And I don't wanna I can't really open them too much because as you can hear, they are fucking maracas. So I have actually 4 palettes already. I have the Universal one, which is my all-time favorite. I have the Glitz one, which is fine. And then I picked up the Pure Gold as well as the Rose Gold. Rose Gold is what I currently have on my face today. If you're an uncooked chicken, I think Rose Gold is like the most perfect one besides the Universal one. The Gold one, you know, I do like this one too, but I feel like I can only utilize some of the shades, not all of them. Unlike this one where I feel like I can actually get away with all the shades, or at least like 3 of them, and make one of them a blush. So kind of keep that in mind. But these are fucking fabulous. They're always so fucking expensive, but to me they're worth every penny. And if you can get them on sale, even better. So I highly recommend checking these out. And I know, I'm sorry I didn't do any sort of like proper review on them, and if you do want to see that, just let me know down below. But I love them. has my stamp of fucking approval right there. And the other highlighter I want to mention, which I know I just talked about this recently, I want to say, or at least I thought I talked about it recently, I don't remember, but it's still currently on sale. And this is the Marc Jacobs Worth the Wait Omega Glaze All Over blah, 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 Spring 2019 highlighter. It's the giant white highlighter. I believe it's on sale for $34. This is fucking everything. Again, I don't know why I'm swatching. Such a good white slutty highlighter. It's so perfect. I think they're going to discontinue this highlighter. So I don't know what you're doing. It's on sale. You can get an even bigger discount on it. Stop it, Susie. All right, get this fucking highlighter. You will not be disappointed. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. For blushes, I didn't really find anything that was super amazing. I found like other companies that are not sold in Sephora, unfortunately, so, and we can't talk about those today. But I guess if you want a recommendation, the Hourglass blushes are fabulous, but if you are going to pick up one of the face palettes, you already have a blush option in there.
Hi, editing me here. I failed to mention a blush option, and I just thought about this right now. If you are looking for blushes and you don't want Hourglass, which is totally fine, I highly recommend checking out Buxom. Buxom makes a really good blush called the Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush. They are so beautifully pigmented. I am planning on purchasing more of these during this sale because I have one of them, and I believe I have it in the shade Mykonos, but I need more. Highly, 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 highly recommend checking that out. And sorry, I look like a goblin.
So with that said, let's move on to eyeshadow palettes. So when it comes to eyeshadows, I'm not gonna really bore you with why I love each one of them because I have reviews on them. So I'll just link them up in the corner. So if you have a few minutes, or you know, like all day, go watch my other videos and you can see kind of my more comprehensive thoughts on each one. But in the effort to save some time, because I'm an impatient New Yorker and I don't want to fucking drone on, I'm just gonna quickly tell you the ones that I highly recommend. And the first one is, which is no surprise, I don't think, it's the Pat McGrath palette. This is the Divine Rose number 2. This is the one that has the beautiful multi-chrome in it. This, hands down, is my favorite Pat McGrath palette of all time. I hate to say it, I own actually quite a few Pat McGrath palettes. It's really disgusting when I think about it out loud. But anyway, I do. And this is my favorite one. And I think the multi-chrome is the selling point, but it's funny, like this little pinky color story, which normally I wouldn't be into, I really, really do love. I just think it's just so fucking easy to use and so pretty and just so effortless. And you get like a nice combination of the special shades, you get the multi-chrome, you get all her great mattes. This is a fabulous fucking palette. Highly recommend checking this one out. And you know, now let's talk about like Natasha Denona, because I feel like that's the other one that a lot of people recommend. And you could go with the glam and the bronze. They're both fabulous. I think I like the glam more than I like the bronze because I'm a cool tone boy. But to me, I think the kind of cool thing that I want to talk about is these fucking multi-chromes. I know, I don't understand because it's so wild to me that I'm like so fucking obsessed with this, but I am, and they're so good. I actually own all of them. However, I think some are better than others. Not to say that I think the quality is terrible. It's just like, I feel like some of them have like that super like bam moment, and that for me would be like Scarab, as well as the Dragonfly one. That one's such a pretty fucking shade. Today I was using a little bit of the Ultraviolet, which is beautiful. I like it enough. I would pay for it full price because I really enjoy it. But if you have been interested in wanting to try it, I say this is the time to do so now because you do have a little bit of a discount. I also think that they're limited edition. So if you are interested, I would say pick them up now. Don't wait. But Scarab though is my fucking all-time favorite. So fucking good. And then the last palette I want to talk about, I know, I'm a fucking clown. I just talked about it in my last video. I really think this is fun. There's one dud shade in this whole palette, but other than that, if you can get this on sale, I think it's fucking good. It's just fun to play with. For me, I find it to be basic, but for those that are actually very neutral, I feel like there's enough pops of color in this palette that kind of gives you a little bit more creativity instead of making like the same kind of neutral looks. Like it's just fun to fucking play with. I can't really explain it, but maybe it's because I love pumpkin spice lattes. I don't know, but the basic bitch in me loves this and I highly recommend it. And I think it's even better when you get it on sale. So yes, bitch, yes. Now let's move on to some lip products because I only have actually 2 different lip products. Sorry. And they're from Gucci. Listen, I'm bougie, okay? Like I can't help it. The world's ending, so I'm spending my money. The first one actually is my favorite. I think this is actually probably my favorite lipstick formula of all time. It's their Satin Rouge lipsticks. My favorite color is the Blaze of Noon, which is this, actually what I'm currently have on my face right now. It's this beautiful mauve-y nude shade. It's so phenomenal. It's so smooth, it's so comfortable. It has a really, really great longevity. You could talk for hours and hours and hours and you don't have any sort of those weird like bits at the end of your mouth. You're not missing a lot of coverage. It starts to fade gradually. Like, it's so fucking good. This lipstick is worth its fucking price, which I think is like $42. Fucking worth it in my opinion. But I highly recommend the Blaze of Noon shade because, like I said, this is kind of like a rosewood satin finish. And if you're up for it, you can always, always, always get the Margaret Candle Flame shade. The Margaret Candle Flame shade, which I mistakenly bought when I was drunk. And you know what? Yes, it looks like I've been eating buttercream out of the toilet, but if I kind of pair it with something else, it doesn't look so bad. That's the one thing I love about these Gucci lipsticks. They have ridiculous fucking names and they have the most opulent, gorgeous gold packaging. I just, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. The other Gucci lipstick, this is more of like a, kind of like a sheer finish. It's a little bit more than a lip balm and it's not quite the same opacity as like the satin lipstick. It has a nice sheen to it, but as you can tell, like it's a lighter coverage. And this one has a beautiful case too. It has like floral moment. This is so good. And this is in the shade Hold Your Man. All right, bitch. Anyway, this is fabulous. I think if you were going to pick up one of them, I would recommend the satin lipstick over this one. Listen, if you're a fucking Scrooge McDuck and you're backflipping into some gold coins, throw this in your car too. Why not? It's fucking great. And my last two recommendations are some setting sprays. I love both of these. The first one is from Milk Makeup, and this is the Hydro Grip Set and Refresher Spray. And the other one is the Hourglass Soft Focus Setting Spray. Don't know what I do with the cap. I have no idea. Both of these sprays do a wonderful job setting your makeup and having it last longer throughout the day. While I love both of them so very much, the Hourglass one is a little bit different because there's a slight blurring effect when you spray it into your face. However, the sprayer is a little fucked up, unless this is my sprayer, but I find that when I spray it initially, sometimes it kind of like bukakis you in the face. So I recommend spraying it out first, spraying it into your arm, and then spraying your face. Because the mister is great on it, but sometimes it just like shoots you right in the eye. We don't got time for that. The Milk Makeup one, I really, really enjoy this one too because I find that it really makes my makeup last very, very long. It doesn't dry down my face. It keeps it very hydrated. I really do enjoy the Hydro Grip Primer. However, I think I like the setting spray a little bit more than the primer. But anyway, there is a bigger version of this. I picked up the little one because I kind of wanted to check it out. But during the sale, I'm going to pick up a bigger version of it just as a backup. Okay, I realized I have one more thing I forgot about. Last product I want to talk about is from Dyson. Listen, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. I have been lusting over this fucking straightener for so goddamn long now, okay? I know, you're probably saying, don't you already have a hair straightener? I do, okay? And I paid $200 from it and it was a horrible mistake that I made an IMAX and I'm not even gonna bore you with the story because it's really embarrassing and I don't wanna talk about it, but I'll link it up in the corner. When I heard about this, I lost my mind because I just wanna make my life easier. I just want my house full of Dyson products. I feel like that's when you know you made it in the world, is when you have some sort of a Dyson product in your home, okay? And I just want it to be special. I realize the more I talk about it, the more I sound like such an asshole. This is a $500 hair straightener. I know, okay? Now, to my credit, hear me out, stop it, hear me out. I got it when it was on sale. I had 20% off coupon, so it made the blow a little more manageable, okay? And you know what? I thought it was gonna be one of those things where I was gonna have it in my hands and I was gonna be like, oh, fuck this shit. Because I'll explain that Dyson story in a second. This though, as soon as I got it out of the box and I turned it on for the first time and it made that little ding sound, I knew I was in love, okay? I knew I was in love and I regret nothing. I'm in love with this thing. And you know why I'm in love with it? It's because it's fucking cordless. It's cordless. Do you realize how big of a deal that is? And you're probably saying, it's not a big deal. Bitch, it is a big deal, okay? When you have this in your hand and you've broken free from the shackles that is the cord that is never fucking long enough, it's like you've opened your eyes for the first time. You stepped out of the Matrix. In all seriousness though, this is fucking great. The cord is a very big deal for me. I don't have a lot of space, and when I usually do my hair, obviously it's in the bathroom. Where the outlet is above the toilet. I fucking hate it. Like, I hate that the outlet's above the toilet, and I just don't like it. I don't like any of it. It freaks me out. So I really love the fact that this doesn't have a cord. It's a big fucking deal, in my opinion. I love how easy it is to flat iron my hair. And I know you're probably saying, bitch, your hair's straight. And you know what? Kinda not really, okay? When I get out of the shower and I let this shit air dry, my hair is all fucking poofy like a fucked up show dog, okay? This shit, I literally can go through like one pass through and that shit is straight for days, okay? I don't even have to wash my hair for like 3 days and it's so pinned straight, it's amazing. It doesn't curl up on the ends so I look like a small Dutch boy. Nothing, it's fucking straight. I've never had that with any fucking straightener ever, except for this one. And this one's coming into the casket with me. I mean, for that fucking price, it's better. I also found that this is very, very easy to curl my hair with. Now, granted, I don't do a really good job curling my hair, but I find that this one is just so much easier to do. So when I do want to feel like a little extra crazy and I want to kind of like fucking flip it up a little bit, I can, and I love that. It actually can give my hair volume too. So yes, while I can make it very pin straight, when I do try to curl it, it actually does provide some volume. The other thing I want to mention about the Dyson hair straightener is that when I am doing my hair, I find that my hair does not get stuck within the plates, which is a huge fucking deal considering my hair breaks very easily. And that, unfortunately, when I use a hair straightener, it kills my hair because it actually fucking rips my hair out. And even if I'm being super, super fucking gentle, it just doesn't work like that. But with this though, I find that the plates do not trap my hair, so it doesn't rip it out of my head. And for that, that's worth the money right there. The other thing that's fabulous about this is that it comes with the base, which is over there. I don't feel like fucking getting up, but essentially when you're done, you just pop it onto the base, it goes doop, and you're done. You fucking go on with your day. You don't have to worry about it because the next time you know, when you pick this up, this is fully charged. It's so fucking awesome. I think if you have hair like me, which is basically like, you know, fat witch hair, pretty much on the finer side, it doesn't take a lot of time to do your hair. You could literally get away with just doing one pass through and you're done. If you have coarser hair, probably gonna take you a little bit. You're probably gonna get frustrated because the battery, I think, like dies after half an hour. For me, I don't have that issue because again, soft witch, brittle hair, okay? But if you have thicker hair, I could see how that can be an issue. But it's cordless. I love that doing my hair, which is pretty much bullshit anyway. I love that it's actually much, much faster. I just feel like I'm a better person because of it. So listen, the world's ending. You might as well just get the fucking hair straightener, okay? You will not regret it. Now with that said, here's a couple things that I'm looking to pick up during the sale. And the first one being the Kosas Tinted Face Oil Foundation. I watched a video recently where Hannah, Smoky Glow Hannah, was talking about it. And she talked about it with such like, oh, this is the foundation I'm gonna use for my wedding. And I was like, I have to try that. So I'm definitely picking that up, and if I hate it, I'm blaming her. Oops. The other one is from Natasha Denona. Yes, I know. I have to get that palette. I have to see what it's all about. I have to, okay? I'm excited. So I'm definitely gonna be picking up the Triceratops palette. Super fucking excited. And last but not least, I'm gonna pick up another Dyson product. I know. Because let me backtrack. So this technically actually is not really my first Dyson product. So long story short, I went and I got the Air Wrap, okay? I decided, you know what? This Air Wrap looks fabulous. Everybody talks about it with such like fucking fondness. I'm gonna get it. I got it. I fucking hated it. I hated it. I couldn't make it work. And I think if you have hair like me that's on the fine side, it's a little bit more difficult to work with. It wasn't picking up my hair. It would literally pick up like 2 strands and then it wouldn't do anything. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? The other thing about the Air Wrap too is that when I did use it, it actually ripped some of my fucking hair out. So I don't have much to work with. We can't have that, all right? Like, it's just not gonna happen. It's $549. It's a fucking investment, right? So I was like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. But what I did love from that set was the blow dryer attachment, because I fucking fell in love with this little tiny blow dryer. It was so good. And I was like, oh man, you know what? I really want the fucking bigger one. So I do have a hair dryer. I do have one. Do I want it? No, I didn't want it, okay? I want a Dyson product, all right? I want to be a piece of shit. And you know what? I'm gonna pick it up for 20% off, because I think if I paid full price for it, I think I will scream. So paying 20% off is not so bad. And they have this really beautiful copper one that I'm obsessed with. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of the pink, but I mean, whatever, it is what it is. If this came in copper, I think I would have like shit my pants, but it didn't. It came in pink, so I'm not shitting my pants per se. Anyway, needless to say, I'm very excited to pick up that product. I feel like it's going to change my life. Probably not, but I'm gonna convince myself that it did. Whatever, it was my birthday a couple weeks ago. Fuck it, I don't care. There's only so many times I could actually say that. Anyway, with that said, let me know down below if you're gonna be picking up anything from the Sephora sale, and if so, So what is it gonna be? Or if you have any recommendations for me to try out, let me know because I love hearing from y'all. And with that said, I wanna say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. To all my beautiful, lovely patron members, I love your faces so much. Thank you for keeping this disgusting, filthy garbage boat afloat. I couldn't do it without you. Just know if you were here, I would feed you cookies, some warm milk, and I would rub your bellies. That didn't sound weird at all. I feel like I've said that before, and if I did, I apologize, but I guess it wasn't that weird for me to never say it again. If you want to know where to get my merch, along with all the links to these items, everything will be in the description box below. I guess that's about it. So keep wearing a mask, keep washing your hands, just be good to each other, and I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.